Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Toledo Rockets. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Dropping back, it's Clemson. Plucks it out of the air. Guys, let's chat about Toledo. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
So Clemson's offense will go to work for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Quarterback may change this route. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. A really nice play call.
It's on target and complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quick.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 70-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Got enough for the first down. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run.
Turning on the Jets. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Scanning the field, it's Clemson. Oh, they really could have used that pass there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rockets line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give on the option. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Might be calling a hot route. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll run it to the right side. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Crosby. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm. Take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Back to pass, it's Gleason. Grab near the sticks, it's Craner. Oh, it's loose! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. The give to the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did it.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He might want another play. The option look. The pitch. Touchdown, Tiger. Great job by the back on the option.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Wants to throw. It's Gleason. Got his man quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He breaks a tackle. At midfield, he's got room. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
What a great run there. On 3rd-and-1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Oh, what a move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rockets.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Touch pass on the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. Quick toss. Lots of running room. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. He lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go back to the air on second down. Touchdown, Clemson! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rockets will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Makes one man miss. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to throw, it's Clemson. Caught near the sticks, it's Rudolph. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Rockets will hustle to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Well, we've seen this all night long. The defense closing in on these throws. The windows are constricting so quickly. It's been a tough night at the office for this quarterback, and he gets another one knocked to the ground.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Rockets will line up to punt it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going to test the right side with this one. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
defense, this is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Direct snap. It's Randall. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Clemson. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Rockets want to pick up the tempo.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The pass on 1st down, caught by the receiver. Pickup of 10. That's a 1st down.
The Rockets will line it up on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Caught behind the line. It's Traynor. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here.
He'll take a shot. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toledo. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Sets up the screen. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sure hands, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football away.
He'll pitch it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Davidson. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Gleason. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Rockets headed quickly to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing, you've got guys swiping at it. You've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
To the air, it's Clemson. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, they blocked it, and they got it. Racing to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rockets. And the comeback is on. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man in the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, he found a space on the right. He's loose. He's a touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rockets offense is back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Rockets in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Rudolph. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to pass. It's Gleason. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Holly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Lang. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Trainer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Off play action on first down. He's got an open man. Hits the afterburner. Touchdown, Tiger. Oh, that will be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The Rockets moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Gleason. Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. And he was loose moves and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
He spikes it. No gain on the play. Second down.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He makes the catch. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coach.